A 1-year-old baby was rushed to the emergency room in the middle of the night. The doctors suspected an allergy. And within hours, a dog that had done absolutely nothing wrong was taken from the only home she knew and placed in a shelter. Everyone thought the problem was solved. But then something happened that no one saw coming. And it changed everything. Mia was 1 year old, still at the age where the whole world fits inside a single room, where safety means the warmth of someone who loves you, where the difference between okay and not okay is felt long before it's understood. And that November, she and her mother moved into her grandparents' house for a while. Just temporarily. Just until things settled down. The grandparents' house was big, warm, and full of something Mia had never encountered before. Luna. Luna was a cane Corso, a breed that looks like it was carved from stone, powerful enough to make grown men step back, with a face so serious it could stop a conversation. The kind of dog that makes strangers cross the street. But the moment Mia and her mother walked through that front door, Luna was already there, waiting, still, watching, not with aggression, with something else entirely, something closer to recognition. Grandma scooped Luna up immediately. Grandpa did the same. They pulled her close, stroked her, whispered to her the way you do with someone you trust completely. And Luna went to them without hesitation. She always did. She had been part of this house long enough to know exactly where she belonged. Mia, for her part, stared, wide-eyed, quiet, taking in this enormous creature with the wrinkled face and the slow, deliberate movements. She didn't cry. She didn't reach out. She just watched. And Luna, from across the room, watched her back. The evening passed quietly. Mia played on the floor. Luna settled near the wall, her chin resting on her paws, her eyes tracking every small movement. Not approaching, not retreating, just present. Like she understood something about this baby that no one had told her. And when bedtime came, something unexpected happened. Mia fell asleep, and Luna lay down beside her. No one asked her to. No one placed her there. She simply chose that spot, curled her massive body into the smallest shape she could manage, and stayed. Like a wall. Like a promise. But sometime in the deep hours of the night, Mia woke up. Not gently. Not with a soft whimper. She woke up struggling. Her breathing changed. Her tiny face flushed red. And by the time her mother reached her, it was already clear. Something was very wrong. They rushed to the hospital. The doctors moved fast. And when the initial wave of panic passed and the questions began, one of the first things they asked was this: "Is there a dog in the house?" There was. The doctor said it carefully, professionally, the way doctors do when they're delivering news they know will hurt. It could be an allergy. We can't be certain yet. But until we know more, the safest thing would be to remove the dog from the environment. Grandpa didn't argue. Grandma didn't cry. Not in front of anyone. They nodded, drove home, and the next morning they brought Luna to a shelter. Luna had never been to a shelter before. She walked in without pulling on the leash. She didn't bark. She didn't fight. She simply looked back once, a long, slow look over her shoulder, and then she was inside, and the door closed behind her. That night, the shelter staff placed food in front of her. Luna didn't move. She sat with her back to the bowl, her eyes fixed on the kennel door. She didn't eat. She remained still in the corner of the kennel, her eyes fixed on the door, waiting for a familiar sight or sound that never came. And across town, in her grandparents' house, Mia couldn't sleep either. She cried. Not the crying of a baby who is hungry or wet or startled. Those kinds of crying have a rhythm to them, a beginning and an end. This was different. This was a different kind of crying, a profound sense of loss. A warmth that had been there was now gone, a presence her young body instinctively missed. Her mother held her. Grandma rocked her. Grandpa stood in the doorway with that helpless look that grandpas get when there's nothing they can fix. Nothing worked. If you've enjoyed the story so far and haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what happens next. The next day, her mother and grandpa went back to the hospital. Not because Mia was worse, but because something wasn't adding up. The allergy response had eased, but Mia was still crying, still restless, still off. The doctor examined her again, asked more questions, and then, almost as an afterthought, she said something that made Grandpa go very still. "Do you have any houseplants?" Grandma and Grandpa looked at each other.
Yes.
A few. The doctor pulled up something on her screen, showed them a list. Certain common houseplants, she explained, can trigger allergic reactions in infants, especially sensitive ones, especially in enclosed spaces at night. Grandpa drove home in silence. He walked straight to the living room, picked up the plant that sat in the corner near the window, and moved it outside. Then he stood in the middle of the room for a long moment, thinking about a dog sitting alone in a shelter kennel, waiting. Within 24 hours, Mia's symptoms cleared completely. It hadn't been Luna at all. But here's what no one expected. Even after the allergy was gone, even after Mia stopped sneezing and her breathing steadied and the color came back to her cheeks, she still wasn't right. She was calm. She was fine. But something in her was still waiting, still reaching for something just out of reach. Grandpa noticed it first. The way she kept looking toward the corner of the room where Luna used to lie. The way she'd reach her small hands out toward nothing.
He didn't say anything.
He just picked up his car keys. Grandma already had her coat on. They drove to the shelter together. When they walked through the door, they asked for Luna. And the moment Luna heard their voices, something in the kennel changed. She was on her feet before they reached her.
Not barking.
Not jumping. Just standing, trembling slightly, her whole body barely containing whatever was happening inside it. When the kennel door opened, she didn't run. She walked straight to Grandpa and pressed her face against his chest.
Then Grandma.
She stood between them for a long moment, just breathing. Mia was with them. Luna turned. She moved slowly, the way she always did around the baby, careful and deliberate. She leaned in and touched her nose gently to Mia's cheek. Mia stopped reaching for things that weren't there. She laughed. They went home. All of them. And that night, without anyone asking, Luna curled up beside Mia again. In the same spot, like she had never left. It wasn't the dog. It was never the dog. Sometimes the thing we send away is the very thing that was keeping someone whole. A small misunderstanding led Luna to a shelter, but thankfully the doctors noticed the situation early and Luna returned home. But it was time for Mia to go home. She had come to stay with her grandmother for a short time and had bonded wonderfully with Luna. While Mia's mother was packing her things, Mia, unaware that she was going home, was spending time with Luna. The time for separation has come. Do you think Mia should go home or stay? Do you think babies can sense the bond with animals even before they have the words for it? Tell me in the comments.